Well, the big issue that I have, of course, is the fact that we do have a for-profit health system, and people rightfully want to question the motivation when everyone says everyone has to get this vaccine. Everyone has to get it twice. Everyone has to get boosted. Everyone should be and then when you realize how much money's involved in this process, it's staggering. And I just don't think people really can wrap their minds around just how much money we're talking about here. We're talking about tens, if not hundreds of billions of dollars, and all for the purpose of continuing this idea that there are no other options, that living a healthy life doesn't make a difference, that you must get the shot. To me, exercise, eat right, sleep, all those things. Now, for anybody who had a pre-existing condition, the most deadly killer for COVID was diabetes. Like, if you have that, you should absolutely get the vaccine. I mean, I got the vaccine, and I know most people probably did, but this idea that this is something that just needs to go on and on and on, it's like people can't wrap their heads around the idea that maybe because we have a for-profit health system, that this is why the perpetuation of this issue is just not going to go away. And there are many reasons why we see so many, as has been pointed out in the chat, a resurgence in different types of diseases that seemingly were eradicated. And they think that, well, if you just go out and get a shot, that's not what's going to solve the problem here. We're an extremely unhealthy culture. And the fact that doesn't want to be discussed, to me, is what's really disturbing as far as I can see.
Yeah, and one of the unhealthy things about the culture is, we can't even have conversations, friendly conversations. And I want to just say, and I appreciate you saying, the whole Hotez, Rogan, RFK thing is because of my video, but I really can't take credit for that. I mean, just by chance, Rogan had RFK on, and afterwards, Hotez, just shit all over Rogan and RFK and said Spotify has stopped even sort of trying to stem Joe Rogan's vaccine misinformation. It's just awful. And from all the online attacks I'm receiving after this absurd podcast, it's clear many actually believe this nonsense. Okay, sure, you can call stuff nonsense. Yeah, you can do all these ad hominem. You're free to ad hominem attack everybody. But he started it. He's attacking the character of Rogan and RFK, but he won't back it up. Like, that's just nuts. And anyway, like, I guess Rogan saw the video I did, and he kind of used that to try it. After Hotez wasn't responding to his offer to come on the debate, he's like, is this why? Or, come on, defend yourself. Like, so.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's play it, because this is something that has now probably been seen millions of times. Because
can I just please say how ridiculous it is to me that this is even able to be made? Like this, these people are just not serious people. And this is something like would almost be like The Onion meets Schoolhouse Rock. And it's like just so ridiculous to me that this person is actually real. I'm just saying, okay, I just had to say that for a second.
One of the things that we're not hearing a lot about is the unique potential safety problem of coronavirus vaccines.
And then something changed.
Any vaccine released by emergency use authorization by the FDA is an outstanding vaccine.
J&J's vaccine has a risk of life-threatening blood clots.
When you hear the beep, that's the sound of safety.
So don't overthink it. They're both really good. They're all really good vaccines. Get vaccinated now.
You got to call now.
If you wait, it's going to be really too late to protect your child.
If this was your child, what happens next could make it the worst day of your life.
So even though COVID poses zero threat to healthy children,
vaccinate your children.
Do the right thing. Be safe and not sorry.
I'm strongly recommending for adolescents to get their 2 doses of vaccine and fully immunized after those 2 doses.
Advanced technology that can help save lives.
This is going to be a long-lasting vaccine.
A few moments later,
we're seeing that 2 doses is not holding up well for emergency room visits. It's not holding up well for hospitalizations.
Here we go again.
Again.
Everyone's going to need a booster. You need that third immunization.
Triple the amount.
Get that third immunization. The 2 mRNA vaccines were always a 3-dose vaccine. The 2 mRNA vaccines were always a 3-dose vaccine. I've always said this is a 3-dose vaccine. I've always said this is a 3-dose vaccine. This is a 3-dose vaccine.
But I'm not done yet.
That third immunization, the problem is it's not holding up. So we may have to look at sort of innovative solutions.
Oh God, not this again.
A fourth immunization, just to keep them going, to keep the country going. We have to consider some out of the box things. A fourth immunization. A fourth immunization. Get that second boost. A second boost to keep the country going. I've made that recommendation. A fourth immunization.
But I'm still not done.
1 semester later.
Unfortunately, the numbers are starting to trend up again. So the hospitalizations are up. And so the most important message that I have this morning is get your new bivalent booster.
Willie and Lise were saying they got their booster, and I was like, oh, I need to get mine. And then I found out they're talking about the third shot. And is that the bivalent, or is it the fourth booster, or does it matter? Like,
Don't worry so much about the number of.
There's no wrong way to use it.
You have to get it. This new bivalent booster.
You can double or triple stack them.
The new bivalent one is doing a much better job. You have to get a booster.
Yeah.
You need to get this new bivalent booster. That bivalent booster for COVID.
But does everyone ages 12 and older need a booster?
The answer is yes. Yes. And by the way, if you're over 50 and have gotten 2 boosters and more than 2 to 4 months out, you're going to need a third booster as well, a 5th immunization.
5.
I don't think we're going to need an annual booster like flu.
Eventually.
Dr. Hotez supports yearly boosters, just like flu.
But I'm still not done.
It looks as though the boosters are not holding up quite as well as we'd like. And I think our thinking is going to change, and that what's going to happen is every, few months, we may need another booster.
Perfect results each and every time.
We just could not overcome that massive disinformation campaign, these fake concepts of herd immunity and discrediting masks.
Dr. Hotez, you are a national treasure.
It is picking off young people like we've never seen.
Dr. Peter Hotez, that was extremely informative.
Disinformation that you're hearing, that kids are fine, it's nonsense. Kids need to get that vaccination.
You healthcare workers have been our saviors.
Watch out for that misinformation.
Dr. Peter Hotez is probably one of the smartest people on this topic.
If you haven't gotten your 5 and up vaccinated yet, now's the time to do that.
Dr. Peter Hotez, thank you for saving the world.
They also support giving that
Saving the world.
17-year-olds. People have to feel safe.
Dr. Hotez, you are a voice of reason.
Take down the fake information, these fake concepts of herd immunity. Our last hope is to vaccinate our way through this. Make certain that everybody's vaccinated, including their kids. That's the single most important thing right now the American people have to do.
Dr. Peter Hotez was a person that we like to go to for this sort of expertise.
The single most impactful thing you can do is make certain that you're fully boosted and preferably 2 boosted.
Later.
Monkeypox is a global emergency.
And it's accelerating among a specific social network of men who have sex with men, not because it's sexually transmitted.
Monkeypox is sexually transmitted, almost exclusively.
Before we let you go, we have to stop and applaud you because a lot of MSNBC viewers who have watched you constantly for the last 3 years or so and have come to trust you. I don't know if they fully appreciate what you have done.
There you go. That's the expert. That's the vaccine expert. That's on every channel and being praised by every channel, including Fox, and TMZ. He went on TMZ. So he's like Trevor Noah, Comedy Central, every freaking corporate media outlet. He's the face of vaccine expertise, and it's just funny. He's a vaccine expert, but he's refusing to share his expertise to the Joe Rogan audience, which is the largest audience in the world, maybe. I mean, I just certainly the largest podcast audience, and he gets a bigger audience than any of the cable news. So, man, I mean, if people are, dying because they're getting the wrong information, why would you not do everything you can to reach everyone to share that information?
Thanks for watching. If you want to support our mission to transform politics into service, please like this video, subscribe, follow us on social media, and consider joining our Patreon, where you'll get early access to our interviews as well as other exclusive content. Links are in the description. Peace out.